Gotta turn it off. The one, it started smoking right now a little bit, but I don't know if my mistake, I didn't fully tighten down the water pump. Forgot to do that when I put when I put the serpentine belt on and when it was tight. Forgot to do that, but I could do that right now. Hopefully I can fit it in there. All right, should be good this time. Hopefully. I don't see any leaks. All right, so it's running good. I don't want to run it too much because it smells like fuel, which I don't know exactly what it could be. When it comes to this, it's running fine. It has a check engine light. I don't know if that's from the old ones, but I want to reset it either way. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, is reset the check engine lights to see if any new ones came up or if any of the old ones went away. I'm gonna clear the codes, see what they are now, clear the codes, and go from there. It just smells like fuel, but other than that, everything's fine. I don't know if that's some kind of sensor or if it's running too rich or what it is, or if it's just because it's not been ran a lot and it's just been sitting there, so it's burning like extra fuel. Not exactly sure, but we'll figure it out and go from there. All right, so I googled the codes and I have like 6 of them or 5 of them, and 4 out of the 5 are because of the full-blown missing intake, so the sensor, all that's not reading correctly, which is just perfectly fine because I would notice that. And then there's one of barometric controller, something like that. So that one can be potentially because of the fuel smell, so it just cannot like sense the fuel mixture on there, like it doesn't know what to do. So it might be just a sensor. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I didn't even see what the fix is, how much a sensor is or anything, because my phone's about to die and I just want to clean this up before it gets too dark, because as you can see, it's pretty dark. I'm just using this blinding flashlight. Anyways, I'm doing a compression test because I want to see if it is the injectors or if I have more major issues, because there is that gas smell. I checked the fuel, or I checked the oil, and it seems pretty high on the dipstick, like it gets wet like it was before. So again, I can't tell if it's oil or if it's contaminated with fuel. I checked the spark plugs, and these are the ones that I'm now curious about with the compression, because it felt like this one was fine, this one was like a little bit worse, this one seemed worse, and then this one seemed the worst. So like it felt like it was just getting worse going to the first cylinder. So I'm doing a compression test to see if those 2 cylinders are good. If those turn out to be fine, then we should be okay. And it's just the injectors that are leaking. I don't know how to really test the injectors when it comes to just, I do the ohm test and all that stuff, everything's fine there, but I just can't tell if they're permanently left open or if they're just shooting in a different way. I didn't want to run the car more because I'm not sure if there is fuel contamination on there, so I'm just doing this. But I'm going to do these compression tests. If they turn out fine, I'll put the injectors back in, because I did take them out, which was a pain in the ass, because on this car specifically, I watched other videos and no one seemed to have it, but there's a ground wire connected to the fuel rail, and that ground wire goes down here on a 10mm bolt, and it's just like a pain in the ass to get to. So that kind of sucked, but it's gonna suck putting it in. That's gonna be the real struggle, I feel like. But anyways, we're gonna do the compression test on these ones. I just wanted to do a little update. That one seemed to be fine, so hopefully that this last one's good. And if these cylinders are good on compression, then we should be just looking at injectors, because I didn't run the car that much, and you can see like it's black and it was pretty wet too. So I just want to see if it was possible compression. I'm just gonna check this last one and hopefully it's good. And if it is, then, you know, it could still be other things. It could be, you know, fuel, pressure, and a couple of other things, but I think injectors most likely, if they've never been changed and the car is then not really taken care of that well. And this is like the worst one out of all of them, and it's like actually wet. This is the real test, because if this one's okay, if it has like the same compression as the others and it's not some dramatic drop off, then we're good. I'm not looking yet. It's lower than the others. Yeah, it's sitting at 150. That might be an issue, but I'm not sure. I have to Google a lot of these things, so I'm not too knowledgeable around it all, but that might not be the best sign, because the other ones were like 180-ish or so, but this is 150, which is still in the green, but it's lower than all the others. All right, I've been working on it for like 10 minutes or so. I just got out from my sister being here and stuff. I've been working on injector and compression tests like you saw earlier. I did another compression test, like a wet compression test from what I like researched. So you put like 5 milliliters of oil inside the cylinder to, you know, close up any gaps, and if it goes up, then it's technically the cylinder potentially. But then I was thinking, because I did a lot of compression tests and like the battery's not new and it's not the best battery, that maybe the battery, you know, is not kicking it as much. So then I put a battery charger thing on there and did it again, and it went like a lot up on that first cylinder. I tried it on the second cylinder and it was showing 150 just right now. And then even though I have everything disconnected, fuel line, fuel relay, fuel pump, any fuel related fuse I disconnected, and when I like prime the vehicle, it still makes like a fuel pump sound. So that's been throwing me off, and it has been like leaking fuel. It's not as wet now, but it was like, you know, like you can see that's like soaking wet, like the wire tape there. So I just took the injectors out. It was leaking through there. I was like, screw it, I'll just take everything out and just deal with it tomorrow. So I'm just gonna leave it all here. It's not supposed to rain or anything, so we're good. But yeah, I was like, what the hell? Why is it leaking so much when it shouldn't be leaking that much, you know? But anyways, we're just gonna leave it like that for now. Figure it out tomorrow because I can't see Shiza. And I ordered injectors. I ordered the pipe that broke, that like thicker one. Actually, you know what? I have a freaking laser pointer. That right there, that hose snapped because it's so brittle. So I ordered that. It was $18. Injectors about $50. We'll replace injectors, put it all back tomorrow, but then just keep doing compression tests and kind of seeing where that goes. But anyways, we're gonna leave it there. I'm done. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Quick update. I vacuumed this whole area because I was expecting the fuel pump to be there like on most cars, but no, it's a pain in the ass to get to on this car. So I'm trying to figure out what to do, because when I turn on ignition on the car, it primes fuel, even though relays out, fuses out, flex fuel, fuses out, and an ignition fuel is out. But it's still, I put these bags over it and you can see it's still shooting fuel, even though all fuses are disconnected. I did some research and it seems like it runs off of like not even the fuses, even though it wasn't running in the beginning, but then it started running. So I don't know. But the fuse or the fuel pump on this, you have to take off the exhaust, you have to take off the gas tank, and then you can get it from there. We found a score though, guys. We got a good old Ticonderoga pencil. Yikes. Our trashes are full. All right, update. We got the old fuel injectors out and we put the brand new ones in. We took the oil out to see if it's contaminated with fuel, and it's not. The reason I took the oil out and all that and did the compression test in the first place is to see if there was a crack anywhere or any fuel leading into the motor oil, because the dipstick was showing aggressively high, and then when I got the car it had 8 quarts of oil rather than 4.8 that it should have. It had literally double the amount. I think it had even 10 quarts if I remember correctly, but it had double the amount, which was already scary. I want to do a compression test on the whole motor again with the jump starter connected to it, but then I started having the issue of fuel just still, the fuel pump still priming on contact, even though all fuses are out. And I did 5 compression tests because I did that one twice. I did that one 3 times, and then it just randomly fuel pump started working again, and I had that issue. So I don't know why I was doing that. I never figured it out. I have everything disconnected. I did not want to deal with the fuel pump because I thought it was going to be under the seat, which we already went through that. It was not there. It is a pain in the ass to get to on this car, so we didn't deal with it. So we switched to fuel injectors. I can't turn on the car because, one, I have no oil in it. It got no oil. Gotta go get new oil, and then I gotta wait for that little hose, whatever you want to call it, there. So I have to get that connected. So hopefully there's not some major issue of motor issues, cylinder issues, compression issues. It didn't seem like there was. Let's cross our fingers that once we get that part in, put new oil in it, and start it tomorrow, that it runs good. You know, it's a live as you learn kind of situation. So learning as I live and learning as I do it more often. So hopefully tomorrow car's on and it's all good. All right, so we did all the motor stuff other than that PCV hose that we can't really do much without until tomorrow. So what we're doing right now is the trunk. I took the panel off, and what I want to fix is that. So whenever you're going for the trunk, it feels loose, and that is the culprit right there. Tighten that sucker down. I'll get an actual bolt thing, and now feels better. So we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna replace this. That way we have the new one on. Once we clean the car, the new one's already on there. Easy little cosmetic fixes to make the car a little bit better. Oh yeah, no rattling, just cheap plastic rattling. She's good. Taillight time. And there we go. Perfectly good taillight. We got the hose put in. I just put it in right now. Everything is connected. Everything is good. Hopefully. We got all the injector plugs in there. We got, my dad found the last one yesterday. So we got all those in. All hoses are good. Everything is good. New oil is in. We're gonna turn on the car and hope for the best. This is the second time turning it on. You can see a bit of white smoke coming out. I'm just gonna let it run. It sometimes gets like a rough idle. I'm trying to tell what's the reasoning for it. The motor seems to be running a little bit worse than before. You can see it's like shaking. There's some see, it's rough. I wonder if it's one of the injectors not seated properly or something. But zatvorci to možeš. No. Ne znam, pa možeš mi rišiti, ne? Ja mi rišim, ali... Pa ja ništa radi fino, samo ne znam baš šta je još. wonder if it's the injector. It's like the only thing I can think of. God, it's bad. What could it be? I can't tell if it's the injector or not. I feel like it's running worse now. Genuinely. I'm really curious to see if it's one of the injectors. I was trying to listen for them with the screwdriver, but I couldn't get to like the actual injector itself when it was running. Let me take this off. Okay, we just got a code. That's what it is. Okay, so injector number 4 is misfiring. I'm gonna grab the fan just to let the engine cool off, go eat, and then take it apart and kind of go from there. But that's good. I'm okay with that because we didn't have that issue before, because it ran smooth. It just had those other issues, so it's either one of the two things. Okay, that's good. So I swapped the injector. So I swapped the spark plug from 4 to 3, and it's running fine. It's running the same, I should say. What I just did now, you'll see a wire is disconnected. It's still showing cylinder 4. I just re-plugged the wire to see if it was like not plugged in correctly, and it still ran bad. And then I just pulled the plug out, and it ran exactly the same. It didn't change anything else. So I feel like that injector is not working properly, which sucks. You know why? Because to take out these injectors, I have to deal with that wire again, that ground wire that goes all the way back there. And it's not like so hard to take off. It's more of a pain in the ass, if anything. But what I want to do now is just swap the injectors over. So just swap 3 and 4. But I'm gonna let the engine cool again because it's still pretty hot. Like when I reached back there to take the little pin off, it was like if I touched the metal, it's burning my hand. So I'm trying to make a test for the injectors, and this one's just leaking. So it might be this injector that's bad. I just did kind of an injector test, but it wasn't that successful because I couldn't really see anything. But this one is just straight up leaking. So I'm trying to see if it's leaking from the ring or just the tip. But yeah, you can see it's just constantly dripping fuel. Yes, yeah, this one's just straight up leaking. Like a lot. I wonder if that's gotta be the reason. It's the injector. Freaking music. It keeps turning up like maximum. I'm trying to see if, okay, injector, open cylinder 3. Yeah. It's the injector. Because it's straight up just leaking. And the 4th one, when I plug it out, does nothing. Or like it actually bogs down, but when I unplug the 3rd one, it's fine. So, alright, I'll get the, I guess I'll have to return these ones or something. Oh, fuck, man. That's the thing that's been really killing me, is just waiting for parts. Like, you know, in these things I have to return the water pump and the heater hose. I have to return those, and then I have to now return these. Don't have the boxes, I threw it away, and I have to then order new ones and then have to wait for it to come. That's been the thing that's been really killing me, is the wait times for getting these things. Like today, I had to just get that heater hose, or that PVC, whatever the hell it's called, and I had to wait until today just to literally put on a 30-second hose to start doing diagnostics today, and I had to wait the whole time. Injector number 3, or 4, now 3, is having issues, so that's a good sign because it's the actual injector and it's not something else. But goddamn, that's annoying that I have to now again take everything off, return it, and get new ones. Have to do the same job multiple times. It's been a hassle. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Now it's running worse. All connectors are plugged in. Running smooth. On the cold start, it, you know, had some fuel, but again, with it sitting. All right, now we're just gonna let it run because there's no fuel smell anymore. It kind of went away. It definitely went away. It's just not doing it anymore. There's still some smoke. We're just gonna let it run now. See if there's any codes. Doesn't seem like it's misfiring. No codes yet. Is this a success? Did we finally get it going? I just want to let the car fully warm up finally, because it had, you know, it's been cold started so many times and fuel just leaking and, you know, all this stuff. So we're gonna let it fully warm up, just let it run, get the coolant actually flowing. I want to, you know, get that cleaner going through there because we still have to do a coolant flush on it. And then, yeah, just let it run. No smell of fuel, no smell of anything right now, you know, as it cleared up. So we'll see if it's good, if it's fully good to go now, other than the coolant flush, obviously. But I'm just gonna let it warm up. We're gonna turn it off, turn it back on, but I think it's a success. I'm gonna rev it a couple times, but other than that, we're gonna end this episode here. So we're gonna call it there. But thank you guys so much for joining me on getting the Chevy Sonic running good. For now, if you guys liked it, hit the like button down below. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button down below. And yeah, you guys have a wonderful, beautiful day. D-Sec 208's out.